The following program contains language, images, and/or subject matter that may be objectionable to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Direct from Albany, New York, it's time for the New Media Zone. With your hosts, Ed and Dave. Tonight, a look at this week's new film and DVD releases. And a chance to win free movie tickets with the poster pal game. And now your hosts, Ed and Dave.
Hello and welcome to the New Media Zone. Ed and Dave here. Ed and Dave with you as we get towards the end of April. Yet there's still another show to air in April, on April 30th.
Oh.
This seems like one of those long months.
Oh.
Although in between these two tapings we had, it seemed like it was shorter than a month. I don't know how it felt for you out there. But in the retired world, the time seems to go fast.
Does it?
Does it go fast for you?
It does go fast for me. It still goes fast.
It still goes fast.
Well, as my brother is imploring me to retire, he said, retire so you can forget what day it is.
Is that what he's doing?
Yes. He's been retired for a year or two or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a year.
He hit the 55 thing? Or
Oh,
did
he's
he go
older.
longer?
He's going to be 60.
Oh.
So I think he waited until he's either 58 or 59 and he retired. But unlike you folks, I don't have such hatred for my work.
Huh.
I don't have my hatred for my coworkers. Not necessarily. Hatred perhaps is not the right word.
I'd use that word.
Okay, then hatred.
Not for everybody,
Okay.
but most.
All right, well, that's fine. See, I don't have that. I get up in the morning and I don't wake up and go, oh, no.
I do that.
I don't mind.
Check that one off.
I don't mind getting up and going to work. So
man.
until that changes or I'm forced to be part of a meeting of some sort that I want nothing to do with, and then I'll just leave because I can go.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's a good thing when it's time you can go.
Yeah. So as I often tell my superiors, don't irritate me. I'll leave. And maybe they want me to. I don't know. But anyway, so there you go. There you have it.
So anyway, time is going fast out here. It seems before you know it, it's time to say goodbye on these shows we do.
Oh.
Or whatever.
I didn't know where you were headed with that one.
Carol Burnett was saying there. When she signed off the shows. Time goes fast. And wiggle your ear. The White Crow I'm doing, and Avengers. That's the big one today.
Ooh.
Dave. I see you gave me that one.
And Body at Brighton Rock.
That's one, they're independent one. They're slipping in there.
Okay.
To counter-program with the Avengers.
All right.
But Ray Fine, is that his name?
Yeah, well, yeah, and just like that Hero Fine whatever. But
He's going to try and do something with the White Crow. Oleg Ivanko. I'm sure
that
he's
sounds
playing
good. That sounds right.
Yeah. Ray Fine, The White Crow was inspired by the book Rudolph Nureyev.
Oh, there you go.
The Life by Julie Kavanaugh. The drama charts the iconic dancer's famed defection from the Soviet Union to the West in 1961, despite KGB efforts to stop him. Rated R for some sexuality, graphic nudity,
Oh, Winky!
and language. I started to say this on the other show, but I protest this term graphic nudity for a penis.
Oh, ahead. It's a Winky.
I think I went into that Ken Jeong there,
Yes, you did.
who I saw last night in all his glory. But let's see, Rudolph Nureyev. That's not the one that was on Sex and the City.
I haven't seen Sex and the City, but I'm thinking that might be Baryshnikov.
Yes, that's correct.
I believe Rudolph Nureyev has passed many, many years ago.
Huh.
Well, I'm going to look it up, Ed.
Yeah, that would be helpful to the folks at home.
I believe he has. I don't think he was very old when he died. He may have been in his 40s, if this is who I'm thinking of.
Maybe it was all those tight leotards.
I don't know. I'm even thinking he may have been in Die Hard.
Oh.
Let's see. Maybe I have the wrong person.
Hmm.
Oh, yep, died in 1993.
93.
When
So
was...
that would be Die Hard 2 if he was in any of them.
Yeah, it's not I'm not thinking of the right guy. But I did know that he had passed away.
Oh, well, there's a nice documentary.
Let's see, his filmography. There you go. Documentaries. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, hi, folks.
We're back.
I'm just looking up the stuff there. I think I know who I'm getting confused with, and I'll go into that.
From Die Hard 2, you're thinking.
another time.
There seem to be Russians in that one.
What was in the first one? What's his name there?
That was Hans Brokoff or whatever.
Was it Gruber?
Gruber, yes.
He wasn't one of the gun-toting cronies there. It's a different guy.
Mm-hmm. Did he
But
die, though?
I think he
Somebody
did.
from that, yeah, okay.
But I'll check it out while we're showing the next clip. Which is not a clip, stills. I mean stills. While we're showing
yeah.
stills.
We're on stills now, in case
Right.
you haven't noticed the past few weeks.
Body at Brighton Rock stars Karina Fontes and Casey Adams. Wendy, a part-time summer employee at a mountainous state park, takes on a rough trail assignment at the end of the season, trying to prove to her friends that she's capable enough to do the job. When she takes a wrong turn and ends up deep in the back country, which this does not look, well, I guess it is, she stumbles upon what might be a potential crime scene. Stuck with, does this look right, Ed?
Yeah, the trailer's right.
Okay. Stuck with no communication after losing her radio and with orders to guard the site, Wendy must fight the urge to run and do the harder job of staying put, spending the night deep in the wilderness, facing down her worst fears and proving to everyone, including herself, that she's made of stronger stuff than they think she is. Rated nerd. There's no rating right now.
I did see Brighton Rock come up here,
Yeah,
but
I did.
this doesn't look,
doesn't look
body,
like it.
the body found. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
You'll be seeing the correct stills, though, when it was, let's see. Oh.
Alexander Godunov, that's the guy.
Yes, and he died early, I think.
He was in the first one. Yes, he died a couple years after Nureyev, back in '95. I guess he just wasn't good enough.
Now, this is Sam Riley. See if you see any names in what we're watching right now.
Okay.
That
Because this doesn't.
I don't think
This doesn't look like a mountainous state park on a rough trail anywhere. I think we've just. Was that Helen Mirren? Yeah.
Helen Mirren.
Yeah, this is not. I read the incompletely. Ed, you gave me the wrong stuff. Completely and utterly different.
I think this clip was called Brighton Rock, and maybe this film is, but it's not the body at Brighton Rock.
It's a masterpiece, whatever it is.
The one we're watching right now.
It's clearly a masterpiece. Well, that looks mountainous, sort of, or cliffinous.
Let's see if the title comes up on.
Nope.
Oh, see, it's Brighton Rock, but not Body at Brighton Rock. There's two different films, and I have the wrong trailer. But what you saw on the screen is correct.
Oh, what we saw is not.
It's not.
Okay.
The folks at home will get the correct stills.
They're going to wonder what we're talking about,
And well, maybe
which wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, maybe it'll all be fixed in the editing, so it's very smooth.
There's a reason why they call it post-production.
Okay, here we go. This is what we've been waiting for since last year, and for 10 years now, Dave.
Sure we have.
The Avengers Endgame with Brie Larson, Karen Gillan, Scarlett Johansson, and Bradley Cooper. After the events of Avengers Infinity War, the universe is in ruins. With the help of the Allies, the Avengers assemble once more in order to undo Thanos' actions and restore order to the universe. I know you didn't see Infinity War. Do you know any of the plot?
None of these films
which occurred
at all.
during the Infinity War?
I have no clue.
Half of the world and the Avengers have been erased by Thanos. And we're left with what is mainly the main Avengers from the first movie. And they were all dissolved there. I guess that's a spoiler alert if you haven't seen the other Avengers film. So
The Avengers have been dissolved, some
Yes.
of them? Okay. Is that just getting them out of the movies?
No, because most of them will be back, I guess. Thanos wiped out half of the universe, taking some of our beloved Avengers and Spider-Man, even though we know his film is coming out this year. So we know he will come back. But I don't know if anyone will perish by the end of this film. We'll probably lose a couple Avengers, I would imagine, permanently.
These movies look just so stupid to me.
They look stupid to you. You
They
don't
do.
wonder at all the comics you read as a kid coming to life here?
The comics I read as a kid were
Tomb of Dracula.
yes, Tales from the Crypt, Tales of the Tomb, Tales of Horror, Terror Tales, occasionally a Spider-Man, but then a lot of the Dracula ones, and Frankenstein and Swamp Thing. I don't know, a bunch of those horror type films or books. Not this stuff. I never was into this.
Huh. Not Marvel Team Up where they
No.
took two Marvel characters and put them together?
No, mine were all horror related.
Huh. I had the horror ones, but then I had the Spider-Man, Hulk, and Iron Man, I think, were the main ones.
I had a couple of Hulks and a couple of Spider-Man, but not a lot. A lot of just the weird, bizarre, creepy things are the ones I was watching. Watching? Why do I say watching? I wasn't watching, I was reading them.
Reading the books.
Reading.
That's what we had in our day, comic books.
Mm.
There was no internet. You go on there and do all the business you kids are doing today on there. I'm sure you're playing the video games, reading a few comics online, and then visiting other sites to take care of your carnal needs. We didn't have that. We had HBO Late Night and Emmanuel. That's
Right.
all we could do.
That's right.
And we had comics, and that's what we enjoyed.
Yes.
You didn't enjoy the superhero ones, though.
No.
No. I did see the Captain Marvel film with the Brie Larson, and it was pretty good. It wasn't the upper tier, I thought. But the two of the best things was it, at the beginning, you think where they do the Marvel logo and all the characters are in there. This one they did, it was all Stan Lee
Oh, that
as
touching.
a tribute to Stan Lee. And he was in this as a cameo. I don't know when he filmed it, but I guess his voice wasn't strong, so they got some of the lines he used from Kevin Smith, because his cameo, he was reading the lines from Mallrats, which he was in the 90s.
Right.
The film was set in the 90s, but the film was okay. It's just filler till the Avengers,
Ah,
more or less is what it was.
it's the snack.
Yeah, it's
Before the,
required viewing if you're, seeing all the Marvel films, and you got to learn about. And it's very bad storytelling, I might add. Her origin was told in flashbacks, and she was confused. Her mind was wiped or something. It was very poor storytelling, but that might have been one of the main problems.
DVD releases. Ooh. Karloff Lugosi collection.
Okay, right before taping, as I had all my DVD releases ready to go, I just happened to go on Facebook, and Scream Factory put up this new cover on the right, which is coming out in a few months now. This has already been put in my editor, by the way, so
Okay.
thanks Scream Factory. So luckily I could squeeze in the new cover. Apparently, now look at these two covers, Dave.
I'm looking.
What do you think happened here? And this is only a guess on my part. Why did they have to change the cover?
They changed the cover for unknown reasons.
Somebody complained. I don't know if it was the Bela Lugosi.
What, whichever one came first, kind of thing? First?
I think Karloff, Sarah Karloff, who controls the Karloff estate, is a little easier with the licensing, but apparently Bela Lugosi Jr.
Yeah.
has trouble. But then I'm also seeing the giant Universal Horror title on the new one.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they put up a stink. Somebody put up a stink here. Maybe
over what?
I think that's a new painting because they love to do these new paintings for these things. So maybe one, I'm going to say Bela Lugosi, in my opinion. Maybe we have to mention that. But I think maybe he wanted some dough for that new painting of Bella there.
Oh, God.
But I also see Universal slapped all over the new cover, so I don't know what happened there. But you have to wait a few months for your Boris and Bella films now.
Oh, so it's going to be in June.
In June with the new covers.
But the cover of the paintings of Karloff and Lugosi will not be the cover.
Will not be the cover.
Which, by the way, is a much better cover.
That's the better cover?
Absolutely.
With the painting, yeah.
Absolutely.
Than the old posters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not showing, but how many films? Just those 4?
Yes.
So they're not showing their classics that they're really known for, which is Frankenstein for Karloff and Dracula for Lugosi.
Those are already out. So these are some new ones coming on Blu-ray, and I guess there's 4 more coming if they get the covers worked out.
Okay.
Should check into that before we paint the covers on. It might be a good idea.
Okay.
Paradise Alley.
I remember this. Was this it have
out-
to do with wrestling?
Yes.
Okay.
And the guy with the salamis is, I think, was he Kid Salami or something? He was the wrestler. They were 3 brothers, and Stallone sang the title song, Paradise Alley.
Paradise Alley.
That's pretty much what it was. So it was an entertaining movie from the early Stallone
Right.
days.
Post-Rockies, of course.
78, I think that was.
Was that his next film after Rocky?
Yeah, it's the next one that came out.
The Green Inferno.
Now, this already came out on Blu-ray, but this is a Scream Factory or something release. This was the one with the cannibalism. We did this on the show like 3 years ago.
Oh.
But here's a special version. I never saw it, so whichever Blu-ray is cheaper, I'll probably get now. I don't know why they bothered putting out another Blu-ray. I saw the Blu-ray cover for this, and I'm saying, even that painting kind of looks like a man in a suit. So I looked up the still. Yeah, this was the movie where there was dinosaurs with men in suits.
Yeah.
Do you remember this one at all?
I don't. I don't, but that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Is this a 50s movie?
I think
Pre
so.
that?
Maybe even 40s.
Okay.
You know, they didn't bother with the stop motion for that one. We put the man in the suit with the little hands there.
Right. What? Scared Stiff.
Scared Stiff. I put the title up so we could see that from here, but I guess we could have seen that anyway.
Okay.
I just put this one on because of the stiff word, mainly. Scared Stiff.
You're a juvenile, Ed.
It's juvenile humor, but there it is. I don't know what the film is. It's a mask or something. Who knows? But Scared Stiff.
Well,
Wasn't there another?
that's happened to me.
Wasn't there a Jerry Lewis or some old comedian Scared Stiff movie?
You're thinking of, I don't know what you're thinking of.
Bob Hope?
I don't know.
No. Okay.
I know Scared Straight.
Scared Stiff. I think that's our last one.
Is it?
tonight.
Okay.
All right. There you have it.
Uh-oh.
What?
11 minutes left, Ed. What are you doing for 11 minutes?
Well, we have 6 minutes
Why do we have 6?
till the game.
Oh, well, I'm just saying. But yeah, so 6. What are we filling it with? I have no stories.
I have 2 topics here.
Oh, maybe we can expound upon them.
We can.
See, I knew I was going to do that.
It's pretty sturdy.
Okay.
This moves too, if you haven't seen the earlier shows. We're trying this out. I had a digital one here, but it was taking too long to render. Did we talk about that
We
on
did
the
talk.
show?
Yes, we did.
So we have this one here, and we'll see if it takes less
right.
time to render. This is going off here.
Well,
We
it
can
takes
just
no
do-
time to render, does it?
No.
There you go.
I'm watching the news. Do you watch the news
On
at night?
occasion, I will watch the news. I
uh,
need to be informed, Ed. I need to know what's going
The
on. around
local 11 o'clock news?
me. Yes.
And, you know, you put that on. There's some stories you want to see, but by the time they get to the sports, I'm tuning out, really.
Right.
but I leave it on because I'm waiting for Kimmel or whoever's got the good guest on. A couple of years ago, they were going to do away with the local sports.
Yes.
You remember that?
Yes, I do.
Talking about that?
Yep.
It's time. If not to get rid of it completely, you can tell us the scores or maybe a little video. You got to stop with the interviews with the pimply-faced kids, and it's all the same thing. This monotone voice. Hey, team's going to get together. We're going to go up and down the field. And it's the same monotone. Doesn't matter which kid it is. It's the same monotone interview.
I have to point something out.
Okay.
You're not a sports person.
No. Do you like these interviews with the kids?
Well, now I have to add to this. Okay. Primarily I watch hockey.
Yeah.
But I've seen plenty of interviews with professional athletes.
Are they no better than the kids?
It's the same thing.
Okay. Not just a local thing.
We got to take this one game at a time. That's all we can do. I know it's a cliche, but we really can't look ahead. We just got to do it one game at a time. How do you plan on taking over this game? Well, one shift at a time. We just got to do our best, do what we got to do, and force the issue.
It's the same thing.
Of course it is. What else are they going to say? The difference is they have pimples.
The local kids have pimples.
Well, you know, but
and you know, it's the cameraman's fault. You can pull back. They get right in the face there.
Is that true? Wait a minute. I'm beginning to think your main problem with this is the complexion.
No, they don't all have the pimples, but sometimes they get a real gem, and there's no need for it anymore with all the products that are out there.
Well,
but its main thing, the monotone voice, and there's 2 or 3 of them a show. Up and down. The kids have no interest, or I don't know if they're not good in front of the camera. Apparently, they're good on the sports.
Right, but that's no different. I'm telling you, it's no different than the professionals by and large. But I give these kids credit. They get in front of the camera. They answer these questions. They're not entertainers where they have to go out and do a song and dance. They're being asked the question of which the answer is obvious. We just got to do our best. Everyone's got to do their job.
Basically, they have to win the game is what it is. But how many different ways you have to say this, I don't know.
I look at it slightly different in that I will give them a little credit for standing there.
The kids.
Yes, the kids. All the professionals, they're a bunch of schmucks. But the kids for standing there in front of the camera and trying to do their best to answer a question. And it's not easy.
Maybe we should blame the local news. We can do away with the interviews, right?
Well, you do away with the stupid questions. The questions are part of the problem too.
Maybe that's
their questions are extremely. What do you got to do to change the way the game is going? Well, what do you expect them to say other than, well, we just got to do our best. We got to push forward. We got to try hard. We take it one play at a time. Of course you get. But if you came out with a question that was a little more specific, that said, well, at this point in the game, this happened. How do we prevent that from happening again? The questions have to be geared a little differently. But I'll give the kids some credit for facing those questions and just basically answering it in the way they are told to answer it by the coaches. There you go.
If I feel the need, I might, and not to embarrass any of the kids, but I'll do it in audio form and just record the voices, and I'm going to string them together.
Yes.
That's all I hear. As I'm usually reading, waiting for Jimmy Kimmel to go, I'm looking up my God, they're interviewing these kids again.
I cannot emphasize enough, Ed. This is not a local kids issue.
Okay.
The National Hockey League that I watch, when they interview the coaches between the benches and between periods, the professionals want nothing to do with this, and they just give you that rote. It's the same thing. You string along just like you want to do. The only difference you're going to get with the audio is you're going to get some Russians accents, some Swedish accents, the Canadians, Americans, but it's all the same. That's just the way it is.
See how easy it is to fill 6 minutes? And there's only one other comment, and it's a disturbing, because we had a whole year free of this nonsense. But I'm seeing that Billy Fushillo sneak in. Bob Park, whatever his name is.
Tom Parks.
Tom Parks.
With a new blonde.
A couple of those commercials, but the last one I saw, something was edited in. Maybe it was an old clip. of Billy off in some other location. Maybe that's where he's been for the past year, in dry dock somewhere.
Just got the cuffs off of him.
Something's been going on with Billy for a year. So, but please, we don't need that back. We still have the puppies and babies we got to deal with. And there's no babies or puppies anywhere to be seen. And that is.
No, because they're 12 now. They've been doing it forever.
There's cankles and a man with his belly hanging over a belt. That's all I see every time that thing comes on.
Oh. I, for one, find them to be an attractive couple.
You do.
All right, it's Post a Pairs game where you send in 2 numbers from 1 to 6 via email. We select your entry, reveal what's behind that, and if they match, you win 2 free movie passes. By the way, you send it into mediazone95@gmail.com.
For some reason, there was a cheerleading team popping up on.
They're doing a shtick now. Their shtick is they want the public to send in a video of them saying "Puppies and Babies not included."
That's not what they're doing.
That's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing.
And they're going to show vote and show the winning
Is
entry.
that what's
and
going
that's going
on?
to be on their commercials.
Okay, remind me before we end the
Please
show.
don't involve me in whatever you plan on doing.
No, we're going to say whatever they want you to say. Puppies and babies.
After you just trash them?
Yeah, they won't see that part.
Oh, okay. All right.
I didn't know there was a contest going on.
We didn't ask before you started berating them. All right. Betty Grinter, I don't think I pulled this name in a while.
No, not in a long time.
Betty Grinter, 3 and 5, spin the wheel. Oh, I gotta move. I gotta move way over
3
here.
and 5.
Oh,
That's as close as we can get the board, too, right?
3, and I'm gonna sneak a peek before everyone else.
Take a peek.
Oh.
I still enjoy
There
that
it is.
sparkly
Yes, very nice.
paper, which is also on our logo on the desk. I think it's the same paper.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. I didn't even notice that. That
Yeah.
is spectacular.
Also above the board, the sparkly
We're
paper.
very sparkly. Well, unfortunately, Betty, you did not win. But again, for everyone out there, or the 4 people, it's mediazone95@gmail.com. Send your email to mediazone95@gmail.com. Send us 2 numbers from 1 to 6. And if we select your entry and the 2 numbers you give us, they match, which they didn't for Betty, but if they match, you win 2 free movie passes. And if you're right, spin the wheel. We will spin the wheel. You could have a chance to win 6 passes.
Do you think that's what they're doing with the puppies and babies?
Yes.
This is good. They're going to keep this catchphrase, but they're going to have other people
Right.
doing it, which has nothing to do with puppies or babies in the studio because they're all growing and running amok now.
I'm going to say this about this Puppies and Babies not included.
Okay.
When they first did it, I thought it was cute.
It was cute for a little bit.
But taglines are generally 1 year and done, and you go on to something else.
Yeah.
This has been going on for, I don't know how old that oldest kid is,
Right.
but it's not a puppy or a baby. So it's time to move on to a different tagline.
Yes, we're going to have to change that somehow. You got to be creative. That's the contest you want to do out there, not have people say this inane catchphrase again.
Because
You're going to have to come up with something new.
I'll be honest, it kind of gets a little annoying. Not as annoying as Billy Fusillo,
Yeah.
just in general. But the Puppies and Babies not included, it's almost now you don't even notice it, so it's not doing its job.
Right.
Because it's just there. When it first came out, I thought it was a good idea. I thought it was cute and interesting and
It
different.
was cute for a second, but first of all, nobody wants the damn puppies or babies.
Oh, come on now.
And maybe that's the idea for the new catchphrase. These kids running around and these dogs pooping on our showroom floor are not included. Don't worry about it. That might be the new catchphrase out there. Should we send that one into Puppies and Babies? All right. I didn't know. All of a sudden, cheerleaders popped up on the screen.
Right.
Where did you get that this was a new contest going on?
I think it was one of their commercials.
Is it in the disclaimer?
I think it was. No, I think they actually said it in one of their commercials. That's right. I think to recall. Whatever her name is, Megan.
Okay.
Is her name? Talking about having a contest for the public to say their tagline, and they will put it at the winning one, however they determine the winner, who votes on. I don't know how, but that will be the end of their commercial. They'll do their commercial, and then the winning video will say their tagline.
Okay. Thereby eliminating the kids who are now in their teens.
Yes. They're going to college.
All
Good night,
right.
everybody.
We'll see you next time.
Some new production.